Howdy. Yeah, my name's Jerry Anthony Witt. I go by Tony, folks who know me. And yeah, I might as well say it. My mother's maiden name Hernandez. I actually have a tattoo on my neck that says Mama's Boy. Although, yesterday was my 44th birthday. And well, I'm here at Fresno State. The president's building's right there. You probably can't see it. Maybe you can through the bushes. There is a University High School right there. The art department is over that way somewheres. But right here is a little garden space. I kind of like hanging out. It's a place I can charge my phone, relax, and just be in a place where, I don't know, it's soothing to me. It's creative, it's calm. I've actually gotten work through here. And officially, no, I'm not a student of Fresno State. But in reality, yes, I am. We're all students. We're always meant to learn. We're always learning, And, hooey, it's been a ride, I don't know where to begin. I guess I begin at the beginning. Before I met Douglas Singleton, I don't know, he might be the head of physics now, again. Before I ever tried to contact the president of the university. His secretary has a beautiful name, Scario. Actually, I don't recall her first name, but her first name, yeah, it struck me. She's married, so it's all good. But still, it's a beautiful name. Actually, she was named after the wife of the god of poetry, and I find that beautiful. I just, poetry has special rules to it. Actually, if you do something with your heart, or, written in song, like a poem, Shel Silverstein, light like in the attic, heavy as falling up, or, like in physics, light as a feather, heavy as lead, they both fall at the same rate. Or, light as a feather, heavy as lead, like a huge influence on me, Mr. Bob Marley. Well, I don't know, life had me going to see my best friend in Sacramento a while back, and I think Ziggy and the rest of the Marleys might dig this. My best friend works at a co-op, Whole Foods type place, but a co-op actually, the employees actually get a percentage of ownership, bonuses, stuff like that. Insurance, it is a place where the business know the employees make the difference. Kind of like, a democracy, which a republic for which it stands. And, I might just be one of the donkeys doing the heavy lifting sometimes. I mean, I am a union drywall lather. That's carpenters and joiners. I'm out of 9083L, through local 701, and I'm proud of that, But during the course of life, our housing bubble, and, it's not my job to, protect our president. It's his job to protect us, we the public. He represents, a republic. We are the public. He's supposed to, represent us. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Yeah, I don't know. He should be doing a couple of them re's, and remembering us. And well, I don't know. Like, the world's not perfect. I can't blame any single person for every single thing on the planet. But I will start with this. Story goes, and I don't know if it's his story, somebody else's story, but a small $1 million loan. Now, I know he went to a boarding school. So did I. So I will laugh. You know, and although my neck says mama's boy, I'm a grown man. You know, and well, as the story goes, I mean, I don't know what kind of courses he took in school. I don't know if it was law. I don't know if it was, I don't know what he took, business. But, I know as a representative of the people, in a sovereign little area, DC, his job is to represent us. I mean, if he is not representing us, then why is he surrounded by a United States that is protecting him? I mean, I've always tried to do my part. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect by any means, but since October 18th, 2008, about 6 days before John McCain made a presidential bid, he explained that if somebody could make an electric car go twice as far on a single charge, well, they would get $1 from every man, woman, and child in the U.S. And, honestly, if somebody could do that, that's lowball. I mean, straight up, that would fix our gas problem. That would potentially, that would erase half of the batteries we need. But I had seen something 6 days before on the 18th. Actually, McCain, I believe his presidential talk was on the 24th. Him and President Obama were running against each other. And actually, McCain was a very good representative of the Republican Party. He was, hey, calm down. He won fair and square. He was a gentleman. He was a POW, a veteran, a governor who spent his life crossing the line, just to meet halfway. And, we need more of that. That is something we need in the United States. I mean, that's what we're about, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union. It shouldn't be split apart, anything like that. Although we do become divided on ideas, religious things, many religions. I mean, although I have learned over the course of time that a religion is based on those in the past that have died, their fundamentals, their way of living, their manner of living, speaking to others, and, the example they set. And the difference between a religion and a state is the state is where we are in motion to where we want to be in life, as a people, as a nation, as, a continent, as a greater America, north, central, south. I mean, we the people of the United States of America are actually, I guess our postage would be northern Central America with, Alaska and some Hawaiian Islands, and I believe Puerto Rico, although they're not 51. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we just don't want to add an extra star, or maybe we like having a prison out there that, nope, it's not even our state. I don't know how all that stuff works all the time, I just know I'm trying to be a good guy. And, well, in life, we do have our moral base and such established in certain areas. Now, I might offend some people, but I am in a college. I'm on the Fresno State campus. I don't know what time it is. I know it's dark, but I know I have contributed to this school. I've helped build that university high school. And actually, by 10th grade, if I was lazy, junior high school, junior high, actually in junior high, Bill Gates or one of his representatives actually brought some computers to Yuma, Arizona, where I was born. And my brother and myself, along with 10 other kids, they brought these computers in. Windows had just come out, and they gave them to us and said, look, you guys are the future. This is the future. If you guys see if you have anything that we can work on, just let us know. And well, yeah, I have an idea. I've been working on it myself, actually, Mr. Bill. Hey, Bill. Which reminds me of that Bill on the Hill. And oh no, Mr. Bill. But I don't know. Albert Einstein explains, as well as the Bible, and I'm sure many other religions, faith of a child, imagination, being able to understand. Wisdom shall come out of the mouths of babes. And if somebody's telling you to just sit there, zip your lip, the Bible also speaks of carrying a rod in your tongue. Now, that could go both ways. I mean, some people will say, nope, you carry a rod just to tell people off. But sometimes maybe that rod should be held, and sometimes maybe it should be let loose. Especially, like turn the other cheek. Sometimes turn the other cheek means, all right, we'll let this one pass. And sometimes turn the other cheek can mean, and I'll try and do it in a child-friendly fashion, put some Disney magic on it. We have a president named Donald. He blows up a little quacky, a little red in the face at times, but possibly he should be a little bit more ginger. He had a few nephews. Sometimes he got a little Louis with them. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was I myself have had one, a Dewey. I myself went and got an Einstein book whenever I owed him 2 jails. But I don't know where he was. He must have gotten in his Huey, and well, that thing went down. And well, we see a couple things that match in there. Our president actually, he crashed a helicopter. And then he got on stage while talking to our neighbor president. There's a band called AWOL Nation, and now we too are AWOL Nation. And there's 2 passages actually, and it's funny, like one of them is in the place of my birth. There's a Yuma passage, and then there's one in El Paso. And this is, it's an old commercial, but where do you get your salsa from? New York City? And we know where that came from. If the pirates would have known the salsa, they wouldn't have gotten scurvy. It is a source of vitamin C. And I know that sounds crazy, but whatever. I don't know. Old pirates, yes, they're rabbi. I don't know. I'm just, I'm a guy. I designed a clean energy process, to be honest. And, well, I've brought ideas to Fresno State. I've had trouble with the police in the past. I used to drink a little bit. Some of it had to do with school. I have 0 high school credits. It doesn't make me an idiot. In the tests I took in school, and, tests aren't always right. Those that work hard, yeah, they receive more. Those that treat people kind, yeah, well, that's what we're told. But sometimes whenever you put a little spice on the tongue, I guess, things happen that way too. But every once in a while, you might see a fire here or there. And, I'm just using the experiences we've all seen as of late, our physical reality. There's this band, Rage Against the Machine. They sing a song called Ghost of Old Tom Jones. Sitting at the campfire, Ghost of Old Tom Jones. And, well, Paradise caught on fire too. And whenever our president came to talk about it, like, and I got to make these jokes because I have to, they make it lighter in me. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be pushy. I'm not trying to be vindictive. I'm not trying to break apart unions. I'm not trying to, like walk in and be like, yo, the federal union for our postal people, our tax people, all those people, I would walk in and just start firing people if it wasn't for those unions. But that is what we're here for, to create a better union. It's right there. And, it's right there in our preamble. Both domestic and abroad. And you'll have to forget I put flowers. There's flowers that come out of my mouth whenever I talk. Some people like to pull my flowers out of my mouth because, a garden is what you want it to grow. And I kind of talk like a grown-up sometimes, or like a kid. I don't know. People will hear what I say, and some people are offended by it. But domestic and abroad is not your side bitch. And there's another one. We already had DuckTales. We had Crash, Huey, Dewey, Louie, Donald. Oh, we can't forget Scrooge. Now, during the housing bubble, our president, he's into realty. I do not know where he comes up with his valuations. I know if somebody tells you jump through our government, you say how high, they're supposed to be able to tell you how high. Like in the military, it even runs into, motorcycle clubs. I don't know. I was asked if I wanted to hang out a few times with the Hells Angels, just bumping into them through life. And, they actually have a deeper history with not only, the Grateful Dead. They played security through a lot of, like, the 60s and 70s stuff. They even played security for Evel Knievel whenever he went to jump the Grand Canyon. And actually, the headdresses of our chiefs from the past, they wear them on the back. It's a death skull. I don't know, just part of a history I kind of know. And, well, that has a history all its own. But let's get back to the Scrooge story and realty and valuations. Well, all of a sudden, the value of everything bubbled 300%, but nobody was making any extra money. I don't recall. I remember just sitting and asking my brother once, like, yo, this doesn't make any sense. Nobody's gotten raises, anything significant. And we're union. We make sure to bargain for our wages as a group, because we care about each other. We're always been passionate and educated about what we build. Safety is one of the first rules. And, if I'm out there risking my neck, the mortality rate is right there with the police department, another union, which I did not see the president, harassing or trying to break them down. I don't know, maybe he's got certain issues with the police department. Maybe that's a blue line he doesn't even want to come close to. He likes stepping on the rest of the blue. Actually, that's that big red elephant. That's what it floats upon. Realty, I know he has multiple companies and such. I hope Huey isn't one of them. I don't know. I would hate to think that he's involved in that. And, I've been working on some stuff here, and it would just seem like it would seem very, very, like, I don't know, them stealing ideas from here. If he was invested in that, and our president, that would just seem foul. And I don't know. I guess it was a shady thing out here. Like there is a shady clock tower. I don't know. I've heard about some shady, you know, what is that? Insurance deal. But I mean, insurance. If you're making a couple dollars while investing in insurance, that's for the people. I mean, you know, we all care about our kids. We're all meant to be. We're all born equal. I mean, we the people of the United States. It's right there. I mean, yeah, there are some, you know, in bigger letters and this and that. And for the most part, whenever you make those letters big and bold, it's those that just yell them out. That's who I am. That's who I am. That's who I am. You know. But sometimes, you know, there's people that possibly deserve that. You know, like I have family that's been through the military. You know, and most of them are pretty humble about it. And I know some military, you know, actions were a bit more rattling. You know, I do got to do Scrooge real quick. So Scrooge, there was a golf course right here in Fresno. Donald Trump was out here promoting a golf course. You know, woohoo, Fresno, yeah. You know, you're good enough for me. I'll invest in you. And I'm guessing he was doing realty stuff out here, but that's just a guess, you know. I mean, I'll call it an educated guess. And, well, when everything went belly up, he pulled the flag, and our city lost money. Not just the vast numbers of people, our banks, our economy, all that. But also, he pulled his flag, and our city funding, you know, just like a cartoon, all the gold coins went down that hole and ended up in Scrooge's money pool. And, you know, so we got the whole DuckTales crew there. And then, I mentioned Stormy Daniels. So let's jump to that. I mean, I am trying to make this child friendly. I mean, you know, I'd be sitting home watching cartoons with my kids, and commercial would come on. I'd switch over to the news, and cool, you know, like, yeah, that's what's on TV with my kids. I mean, I knew who Stormy Daniels was, I'm not gonna lie. I am a grown-up, you know, like, I wasn't the only person that knew who she was. I mean, but I also know she has another name. I mean, Stormy Daniels is her acting name. I don't even know her real name, but I know her daughter calls her mom. And, you know, on the way to office, you know, I do not have to, like, give somebody, you know, consider them innocent until proven guilty. I don't have to do that. The court does. The judge does. And I try to. But, you know, like, I've seen so much guilt in the past, like dodged taxes, first day on the job, showed up, small $1 million loan. First day on the job, showed up in a chauffeured Cadillac DeVille, I believe. Could be slightly wrong. Personalized tramp stamp, said Don J, you know, Donald Johnson Trump. And I don't know, whatever was going on back then. I mean, it was a while back, polyester suit, whatever he was wearing. You know, and whole news crew waiting for him when he showed up. And, you know, he was just the new guy on the scene. Like, he was Mr. Man Extraordinaire. And they asked him what his worth was. And he told them $220 million. First day on the job, from what I understand. His father, one of them, called a news conference just to, get the media's attention. And with that in mind, he's already $219 million in the hole first day. Now, I hear stories, you know, like, I'm not exactly sure how old Donald Trump is or what year this was. I imagine he's about my parents' age. But, I hear stories where you could buy a pack of cigarettes, a soda pop, a sandwich, another soda pop, maybe a candy bar for $0.25. And, on your way home, drop those bottles off and pick up some candies, put them in your pocket, and give them to your kids at dinner time. Now, $219 million in the negative, in the red, first day on, that, if we're being men of our word, and I don't mean to be, I have to be. This is our country. This is our families. This is our people. This is everything. And he did say he expected a big red wave. This is Fresno State. Right across the street, there's a place called the Red Wave. It's a bookstore. I used to know the athletic director, Jim Bartko. Fresno State's not perfect, no place is perfect. But I guess if I'm going to bring it up here, I'm going to bring it up at the presidential level too. My buddy Jim Bartko, he was molested as a kid. And I apologize for bringing this up, Jim. It took a strong man to actually bring something like that up, to bring out that pain, to open up to it and let it go. And, it's possibly something that could heal a lot of people. And that's reality. You don't want to just hide something and let it fester. We see what happens there. We've seen what happens there. You tell somebody that their natural urges aren't good enough for humanity or their religion, or God doesn't like that. But from my understanding, let me do it as childlike as I can. If I went fishing and I found a hook in a cod and I picked that cod up, and it was spelled, like that word cartoon, and it had a hook hanging from it, you would see God. If I took that hook out, it would be cod and I could feed people. Now, if it was a little fish, maybe I could feed a whole group. Or if it was a huge fish, well, I don't know. Maybe I could feed the masses. But actually, I like the first way. I designed a clean energy process. I'm nobody special. I just, I picked up a book at Barnes & Noble. You remember Barnes & Noble? There used to be books. Didn't all happen on phones and computers. I'm actually awful with computers. Sorry, Mr. Bill. Although there is a Windows paper print dictionary. I picked it up somewhere. I would love an autographed version of it or copy of that. I don't know why. Bill Gates he's somebody to admire. He changed the world for the better. He saved us from using a lot of paper products we didn't have to waste. The world changed because of it. We can communicate faster. We could do stuff like, hey, hi, my name's Tony. I'm at Fresno State. I designed a clean energy process. Bill Gates told me us 12, we were going to be the future, and we were going to change the world. And I believe that, honestly. At 12 years old, 13, 14, whatever I was, I believe that. And, my test scores, I was 99 percentile, and it wasn't because I was just goofing off. It was because, I had my mom, my dad, my family that cared. I had cousins. We do homework together. Me and my cousin were in kindergarten, first grade, second grade together. And of course, we fought. We made each other tough to get through the world. My brother, he's a year and a half younger than me. We grew up together. And, it was my job to protect him. And also, my job to let him do his own thing. I'm not his ruler, I keep him in my heart. I don't keep him locked up in a zoo. I don't tell him what he believes, how he's got to live, anything like that. I do hope, the people I love and honor and am supposed to obey, you know. I also obey their actions. That is why I talk so much about the president. And, you know, come in riding on a dark horse one day, and, well, what happened on that dark horse? I don't know. Horse face. Called her a horse face. You know, a gal he laid down with. And, you know, the media, it was huge on the media. Like, it's almost impossible to deny. But, I mean, he had the couth and the cool and the calm head a president should have to spit out something ugly like horse face. You know, and I guess it could be embarrassing for some to get caught with your pants down with, I don't know, a movie actress, an adult movie actress. But, you know, I never saw anything in the media about her children sending things, you know, like tweets or whatever kind of social media there is, laughing and telling jokes about, you know, hey, look, you got to see this. They got this porn with my dad in it. He's orange. And, well, yeah, I mean, I guess we'll put that Donald Duck story, you know, my president is orange. His skin is translucent. Sits in an Oval Office. The shell of it is white. But white, we know, is a reflection of all the light that hits it. And in it lies every color of the rainbow. Just like black. Black is all the colors, you know, absorbed. And me, I'm just something in between. I mean, if those people are white and those people are black, I must be gray like E.T. or something. You know, I don't know. I'm from another planet. I don't know what to say. But I'm just a human. Although I do believe every human has potential beyond what many believe. You know, like, what do you want me to say? I mean, we are at a school. We're at a place of higher learning, higher education. And on every building, you know, on the sciences, it's arts and sciences. It's political arts, social arts, the art. Yeah, I don't know, you can't bark in Fresno. Although I do know the head of physics and haven't had the opportunity to meet the president of the university. You know, they all have bulldog pride. And, I mean, I believe it's supposed to be the pride of the city. But, you know, we've got bulldogs at the street level too. I mean, honestly, some of the smartest, strongest, toughest people I've met. Yeah, you know, I'm not a gang member. But yeah, of course I have affiliations with people from my community. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, if you avoid the people of your community, how can you call it your community? You know, like, I just aspire for better things and a broader view of things. And, you know, that is actually one of Albert Einstein's quotes, you know. The more simple a theorem's premise, the broader its, you know, I don't know the quote exactly, but the broader it reaches, the more people can understand it, the more people can grasp it. You know, simple stuff, the simpler it is, the easier it is to connect with, the farther it goes. And, well, I don't know. I guess I'll get back to, we got to talk about the orange face guy on the horse face. We ripped that off. So it's the Headless Horseman now. And we might as well do some Disney magic. I mean, come on. I didn't say these things. They didn't pop out of my mouth like a rake out the horse's mouth. Oh, wait, nope. No more horse. She's just a lady that did what she had to do to get by, to make it through in this world. And obviously it can be a tough world, especially with the people that I don't know, you share a bed with, getting on stage and calling you horseface in front of the entire nation. And that person being the person that is supposed to be leading, that is supposed to be showing leadership qualities. And, it makes it less difficult to see why the president of the university avoided talking to me. It makes it less difficult to see why the president of the university, whenever the situation happened with Jim Bartko, the drunk. I was at his house all the time. I was his pool guy. And I was in his trash once a week, sometimes twice a week. And I don't remember that mess, I don't know if he was hiding it really well, but I do have videos of myself on YouTube dealing with some of this stuff. And I wasn't drunk. I was just, And, I'm not perfect, I was dealing with depression at times, ADHD type situations where I have ideas that I've been working on forever. And, I've been working on this project for 11 years. 11 years. And I've seen it occur in other people. You can look at Edison and Nikola Tesla. Tesla started, his ideas came from aliens. Now, Edison was born in Mexico, came to the United States. They shook hands, made a deal, everything 50-50. Edison got all the patents. Nikolai, he got, I think it was, you don't understand American humor? It's not funny to me. You got to change everything we know. Even Albert Einstein, when asked, what's it like being the smartest guy on the planet? He said, I don't know. Ask Nikola Tesla. He didn't say ask Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison was, he was a businessman. He was an intelligent man. He came up with quite a bit, but I don't recall Albert Einstein any quote saying, ask Edison, guy with crazy hair, not always, but he tended to spit out some pretty decent things. He changed everything we understand. He's the reason the satellites and our GPS and all kinds of things that we use today work. He's the reason we understand fast you go, less time it takes to get you there, fast enough, stopwatch, watch stops, and, basically time keeps going for everything else, but that thing in motion at the speed of light, clock stops. And it is what it is, that's reality. It's general relativity. Einstein also, he came up with quantum physics, but he had this argument in his head. God does not roll dice, is a quote he said. And he also said a couple other things, if you look at his pictures in school, he did go to a Catholic school. I'm not talking bad about Catholic schools, although there are a couple situations. And, I did talk about, the situation here at Fresno State. They did protect, at a collegiate level, they protected God instead of protecting their own alumni and potentially their students, there could be people here still dealing with traumas, but getting through life, trying to get to a better place. But instead of doing that, they protected God. If God is all powerful and almighty, well, I don't know, maybe that's why I'm right here, right now. Let him do his job and you do yours. I will talk to all the same, from the garbage man to the president of the university. And, I guess we're all learning people, so it even goes beyond that. Sometimes it's even to the president of the United States. Maybe he needs a good, strong talking to at times too. What's he going to do? Fire me from being a citizen? Fire me from having freedom of speech? Fire me from having civil liberties? Fire me from wanting a better life, firing me from the pursuit of happiness, firing me from equal rights, justice, all that stuff, because, he's the chief of staff. That's fine.